What if I could show you a way to create affordability in today's market with 7% interest rates? My name's Scott Harshman, your mortgage expert, and I want to break down my favorite strategy in today's market that will save you thousands of dollars throughout the life of the loan. The name of the product is a temporary buy down. If you want to learn more, stick around for this video because there's going to be a ton of information packed in here. What is a temporary buy down and how does it benefit you? There's 4 different types of temporary buy downs. We have your 3-2-1, your 2-1, your 1-1, and then 1-0 temporary buy downs. What do these numbers mean and how do they benefit you? Let's talk about it. So I'm going to talk specifically today on the 3-2-1 buy down. Let's say that you get into a home and you receive a seller concession and you want to look at, does it make sense for me to buy down my interest rate or should I look at one of these temporary buy downs? I'm going to always tell you, look at the temporary buy down, and here's why. The 3-2-1, the way that it works, the first year of your mortgage, you're paying the interest rate 3% less. The second year, you're paying it 2% less. The third year, you're paying it 1% yet less. And then the fourth year on, you're going to be paying whatever that interest rate is. So let's just use and run down a quick example for you. So let's say that you're looking at a home at $550,000 and you have 10% and that's what you want to use for your down payment. Well, that would be $55,000 down payment. So your loan amount would be at $495,000. We're only going to be looking at principal and interest payments. So if the interest rates today are at 7%, let's just use that as an example. The first year, you're paying an interest rate that's 3% less. You're going to be paying an interest rate at 4% instead of at 7%. So your principal and interest payment will be $2,364 on a $495,000 home. On year 2, your payment then stair steps up. So you're saving 2%. So instead of paying at 7%, you pay at 5%. So your payment will be $2,657 for principal and interest. On year 3, you're 1% less. So instead of 7%, you're paying at 6%. Your payment on that will be $2,967. And on year 4, moving on for the rest of the mortgage on a 30-year term, let's say, your new payment on year 4 and on would be $3,293 for principal and interest. The total amount of savings that you would have for the first 3 years of you owning that home is going to be close to $34,000. That is one way to allow for interest rates to come down as inflation comes down and mortgage rates come down. Then you could simply refinance. This is why this is my favorite product. So the only way that this can happen is if you receive a seller concession to be able to pay and fund in through an escrow account for those first 3 years. So if you have a seller concession when you're buying a house, you need to look at this as an option for you to see which temporary buy down makes the most sense for you so that you can allow for interest rates to come down. Now, let's say that you get into this home and you're living there, and let's just throw out a year 2025. Let's say interest rates come down and now we're seeing rates in the 4s again. I have no idea if that's going to happen, but let's just say that as an example. Well, you can simply refinance. That money that's left over, that's in an escrow account from your seller concession, then is applied to your principal loan amount. Why is this important? If you took all of that seller concession and bought down your interest rate on a one-time interest rate buy down, 1, you're not going to be able to get 3% lower, but 2, that money's gone. You no longer have that money anymore. So why would we use this as a strategy for you? Well, if you know that you're going to be getting raises in the future, or if you know that you're going to be getting higher commissions or bonuses or whatever it may be, this is one of the best strategies to utilize an opportunity to create that affordability when interest rates are in the 7s. If you have any questions or you want to learn more about the temporary buy downs, feel free and give me a call. Click the link in the bio. Phone number 719-369-0381. I hope you have a great day.